Let's dig into why Courtney Clenneys' parents got arrested and what they are charged with. Do you feel embarrassed that she turned out this way? Or do you feel embarrassed that she got caught and then y'all got caught? What's up, everybody? It's your girl B Octavia, and I am back with another video. If you are new to my channel, my name is B Octavia. This here is my channel. This is where we get down to the nitty gritty at. Okay, I'm from Washington D.C. and I'm 27 years old. Oh yeah, and I'm a mom, so I'm coming at you with a whole bunch of different perspectives on things. Now, I'm almost at 13,000 subscribers. I want to say thank you for every single last one of y'all. I'm trying to figure out what I'm about to do when I hit 13. Am I finna go live? What should I do? What should I do to celebrate y'all? So without further ado, let's get into this video because I don't like my whole intro being more than a minute, okay? Today we will be talking about the OnlyFans model who done got her parents locked up. The OnlyFans model who done got her parents wrapped up in a murder case. And I mean, I could say the parents got themselves wrapped up in it. Once it get to that point, you can't get involved, So, the parents of Courtney Clenney have been arrested in connection to their daughter's murder case. She, Courtney Clenney, is accused of fatally stabbing her boyfriend in 2022. She was not immediately arrested, but was loosely held at a rehabilitation center in Hawaii. Yes, in Hawaii, for substance abuse and post-traumatic stress disorder. Courtney was not arrested until August 10th of 2022. That is 4 months after the fatal stabbing of Christian Obumlesi's. And even though she was at a rehab center, we seen a video go viral of her staggering and stumbling around this facility and what looked like her father running behind her trying to get her on one accord. Now, he failed miserably to get his daughter on one accord. So for me, that was an indicator of the control or lack of control that the parents, especially the father being, supposed to be the dominant of the marriage and of the family, had no control of her. And also, playing devil's advocate, it gave me a glimpse of the stress that this young lady is putting on her parents. Once your parents get older, I'm talking about 60s and stuff like that, close to 60 and 60s and up, you ain't supposed to be stressing your parents out with catching cases, especially a murder case. So I felt for them in that regard, but here we are today and I don't feel for them no more. As the months went on between the stabbing and her arrest, she didn't talk to police a lot, if any. And to me, she didn't speak to police as much as a regular murder suspect would have to. Even if, let's say, a friend was there and it was Christian, a friend, and the girlfriend, Courtney. Say that the friend is just a witness and trying to break it up before it gets too bad and, just a fly on the wall, basically. That person will have to come back to the police station at least 3 or 4 times so they can keep going over the story. So it makes sense. And not to say that the friend is a murder suspect, but you got to iron some shit out and see whose role was whose and who played a part in what. That was an automatic red flag. I'm like, she's a murder suspect. Why are y'all not treating her as such? To me being me, I would be under the jail. To be honest with you, they wouldn't have gave me no bond. They would have held me until the trial started, and Lord knows when that is, 3-4 years later. And I would think that anybody that is at the apartment or anybody that was there during the crime could not possibly travel to Hawaii. damn near travel from state to state when you're wrapped up in a murder case. But enough about the murderer. I got to do my recap of who this person is and what the background is, just to get y'all up to speed as well as I. Let's dig into why Courtney Clenny's parents got arrested and what they are charged with. The people you see here on screen are Courtney Clenny's parents, and they were arrested within the first week of February. The parents' mom, 57-year-old Deborah Lynn Clenney, and dad, 60-year-old Kim Dwayne Clenney, were charged with tampering with evidence in their daughter's murder case. Now, I'm going to tell y'all a red flag that's like a side note. Any man named Kim is a red flag. It's always something wrong with him. Okay, they are being accused of hacking into a laptop that belonged to the victim, Christian Obumlesi. Along with the tampering charge, they face one count of unauthorized access or excessive access to a computer system, or electronic device, which is a third-degree felony in Florida. The arrest affidavits for Clenny's parents also sheds light into the nightmare that Christian Obumlesi's family had to experience and deal with as far as the petty tactics made by the Clenneys. The affidavit states many of Christian's belongings were taken from the couple's apartment in Miami and were never given to his family. A warrant was issued in the start of this investigation on her parents. It was issued for the iCloud accounts of Courtney Clenney, Deborah Lynn Clenney, and Kim Dwayne Clenney. Police uncovered group chats between all three of them. They discussed in specific Christian's laptop as well as how to access it. These messages about hiding and or deleting evidence off of the victim's laptop started a month after Courtney Clenney was arrested. They even had their lawyer in one of the group chats talking about the laptop. Kim Dwayne Clenney says in one message, "Hell yeah, that pen worked." The lawyer then replied telling him to hold off on going through the laptop, when he really should have advised him to turn it in as soon as possible. The max sentence is up to 5 years in prison or 5 years probation and a $5,000 fine. Now, as far as a sentence goes, I sure hope they do some time, but I would not be surprised if they don't. They supposedly have money, so of course they'll be able to pay that $10,000, the $5,000 for both of them, as far as the fine goes. And if they don't have any priors or whatever they can, work out, I'm sure they will. To me, I feel like if you're wrapped up in a murder case and you're doing things after the fact and you're making yourself a accessory, you should have to do the time because you did the crime. Fuck the jail or probation. I just want you to do the time and then that's it. But yeah, parents should never help their child try to get away with murder, especially if it's clear cut that not only did she have a substance problem, but she also couldn't keep her hands to herself. We saw that in the elevator video. And she's a danger to herself. And especially if we know that nobody else was in the house, the dogs ain't take the knife and do that. You feel what I'm saying? So parents should never, if it's clear cut like this, parents should never be willing to go down as an accessory. To me, it gives that you condone what they did and you don't feel bad about a young man losing his life behind your daughter not being able to hold her liquor, not being able to keep her nose clean. She should have been doing more OF videos than trying to beat his ass, okay? That's what she should have been doing. For the life of me, I don't know how people raise kids that turn into adults and y'all don't nip this shit in the bud. Y'all don't nip this shit right when it starts. Regardless of race, it's like behavior is the number one thing that turns somebody into a monster. And it goes from the parents condoning or, willing to take up for their child if they get in trouble at school. Without a doubt, it was them. They started a fight or whatever the case was. It starts at home. And if you continue to condone the type of behavior that is being displayed, this is what's going to happen. Not only is your child going to go to jail for murder, not only is your child going to go to prison for murder, you are going to go to prison or possibly go to prison. At 60 years old, that shouldn't even, retirement should be your ultimate goal. So to see them push themselves into possible jail time at 60 years old is embarrassing. It's ridiculous. And you should be embarrassed enough of what your child did and how she turned out. She is a product of these two people. And it'd be crazy how they don't feel that. Do you feel embarrassed that she turned out this way? Or do you feel embarrassed that she got caught and then y'all got caught? Come on now. So I'm hoping they all do jail time. But we shall see how this plays out. I know that during the trial they're gonna try to make Christian Obumlesi look like a monster. When in fact, not in fiction, he is the victim and he died at the hands of somebody who said they loved him. Somebody who couldn't keep their emotions intact. There has to be some punishment for that. And I'm sorry to the family that it's taken so long. Now, a huge piece of karma that I love to see is seeing how bloated she looks in court. Is seeing how this model who had this fit and tight and right body ain't shit now. Without the makeup, she done gained weight. And she's not gonna be able to lose it. She is gonna forever think of herself as a victim. She is gonna forever paint this narrative that she was in so much danger. And she was the danger. So this is how karma works. Karma is a motherfucker. In moving everything out of that apartment, that was the first strike of them doing this, handling this wrong, and showing what side they're on and what loyalty they have when somebody is dead. This wasn't no traffic stop and she hit a stop sign and y'all come to the scene or what have you and you debate that down with officers. This is a murder. So it's very telling. To me, they're very evil people. Anybody that doesn't return his belongings to the family in an instant is evil. Because you instantly thinking about this the wrong way. You're not trying to just be done with it. Y'all had a job to do. And while staying on your child's side and making sure she has a lawyer and all that shit, that's a given. But how you handle the victim's parents, how you act as if he's done the most horrible thing to her is just baffling. So evil needs punishment. And all three of them are evil. Anytime you know that the suspect's family is holding on to information and is holding on to things that when in the fuck would be a right time other than right after the crime to give those belongings away? at trial, after trial? No, right after it happened. If you don't turn those things in and you don't give those things back intact, untouched, at the appropriate time that you are supposed to, you're going to look sketchy. You are sketchy. So they showed their hand. They showed their hand and they continue to. So, aha. That's how God works. God don't miss. Okay? So without further ado, I'm gonna get on out of here and I will see y'all in my next video. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for tuning in. If we hit 13K by the time I upload this video, shout out to y'all. Much love. I love y'all. I see people from New Orleans tapping in. I see people from Harlem tapping in. I see people from Detroit tapping in. So much love to all of y'all, and I appreciate every single last one of y'all. All right. Peace.